morning, Mike. It is a cold and miserable day outside with only the hardest of hard men hitting the road, which means it's perfect mountain biking weather.
Especially if you like to ride playful, ride flowy trails, or even some single track.
Well, I like to hit the trails hard and fast.
Perhaps a little faster than your bike handling skills allow.
There may be some truth to that, but I was still super stoked to see this speed machine come in, the 2025 Cannondale Scalpel 4.
That's right, Gilbert. Cannondale's podium-topping cross-country bike is still keeping the aggressive vibe, but with a few key upgrades.
Exactly. It's still got the lightweight dual suspension carbon frame that we've come to know and love, but with some significant improvements. My first impression, this thing is sexy.
The smoke black finish of this frame is pretty sharp. The geometry is pretty progressive for a cross-country bike. Slacker 66.6 head tube angle, steeper 77.54 degree seat tube, puts you in a more aggressive riding position and allows you to really apply power to the pedals.
There were a lot of numbers there.
So it's slightly slacker in the head tube for stability on descents, and it's responsive and snappy on climbs. They've also lowered the bottom bracket just a tad without sacrificing ground clearance.
That sounds awesome, but what if things get a little rowdy? I like to be a little rowdy.
Are you asking me about the suspension?
Exactly.
Great question. This year, Cannondale's bringing 120 millimeters of travel up front with the RockShox SID. The rear is a SID Deluxe Select Plus, which is finely tuned to reduce the bumps on the trail, but still provide plenty of support where you need it. Also has Cannondale's Flex Pivot design, lowers weight, improved traction control, and reduces maintenance without having bearings in the rear of the frame.
Sounds pretty capable while still being relatively progressive.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of a little extra suspension on cross-country bikes. The suspension is complemented by a 1x12 Shimano drivetrain, quad piston Shimano brakes, so you get a full range of gears going up and confidence coming down, so hopefully things don't get too rowdy.
Too rowdy is an oxymoron.
Is that what you told the ER nurse?
Not since I got married.
You know, Gilbert, the Stoic philosopher Seneca taught his students that our problems are not only in our hands, but they're in our control.
Thanks, Kyle.
So overall, Cannondale took a really performance-first approach here with the Scalpel 4. It's got a lightweight carbon build, responsive suspension, and a drivetrain that'll get you through the toughest cross-country descents, and it won't break the bank.
I could see myself putting some serious miles on this joker.
Me too. If you'd like to check out the new Cannondale Scalpel 4, stop by Free Hub.
Until then, let's hit the trails.